When was the moment where you saw Steph and you like, oh, nah, he different? Like, and obviously you never know it's going to reach this point. But
Mm-hmm.
what was that moment for you? Was it as a teammate or was it as an opponent?
Well, I think first it was an opponent. And then once I became a teammate, it's like, it makes sense because this motherfucker works his ass off. But I think as an opponent, I saw it first because people don't realize like we were, and I don't even know if you guys looked at it this way, but we were quote unquote almost the big brother between the Clipper and Warrior early battles we had. You know, you guys were a younger team. We were an older team that never lived up to the hype or never got over the hump because we always got in our way. So we would always go to war with your young team. And Steph and CP, there was always this. Even they may love each other, respect each other, whatever, but it was always, those were always the two names. So I remember, because obviously CP was at the top of his game at that time. And I remember some shit you said, like, I'm rolling with Steph 10 out of 10 times, or you said some shit like that. I'm just like, I love this. And then again, we took us to the seven games a year, the Donald Sterling shit. But it was as an opponent when I played for the Clippers, because like I said, you guys were kind of like our mini little rival at the time. But just to see some of the shots he took, and no matter what our defensive approach was, he would find a way to make something happen. And obviously a lot of that credit goes to you, you know, and Clay too, because again, I don't think that Warrior team becomes a team they are without you, because I really think you sacrifice so much, but also from a standpoint, you have such a great understanding of him and such a great understanding of Clay that you can get everyone else to understand your point of view. Also, you and Andre, I think your guys' point of view on how we can get these two guys off, because if they get off, we're going to eat free all day. We're going to eat very easily if our two killers are out there killing. So again, just seeing him as an opponent for a long time, but then, you know, when I got a chance to come to your guys' team at the midway point of that 17th season, it blew me away because, again, with that Lob City team, man, you know, Blake, CP, Jamal, JJ, DeAndre, Lamar Odom, Eric Bledsoe, like there's no Caron Butler. There's no fucking way we shouldn't have won a championship. But I'd never been on a team. Obviously, your guys had more star power with your team, but we had a lot of stars on our team. But when I came to that team, all the egos were left outside the facility. All the egos were left outside of Oracle. And it was all about working and getting better. And I think what blew me away the most is you've only been on that team, so you don't know no different. But I've been on teams once practice is over, the gym is empty. I went to this team, and it's just like I had to wait to get on the court because all 8 fucking hoops, everybody's working. It was Clay on one end, it was KD and Steph on one end, it was you somewhere, it was Draymond somewhere, it was Looney and the younger dude somewhere, it was Iggy somewhere. So I just saw. So when I would have to sit sometimes 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, just to get my normal, you know, stay in shape old man routine off, I would watch this shit obviously that everyone's doing, but then, you know, it was KD and Steph were working with Steve Nash. So I'm looking at Steve's great mind. I got a chance to play with Steve. KD is KD, Steph is Steph. So I'm looking at the off balance, awkward body angles, 1 foot leaning, left hand, right hand, all the shit that they were working on. And I'm thinking like, any shot that these two guys in particular, but I'll talk about Steph, makes on the court is not luck. I can never say that Steph Curry made a lucky shot because, you know, he works on the odd angles, the awkward hand, the off the glass, the half court shots that he shoots like they're fucking layups while we're warming up. Where people don't know, like the warm up is jogging, laughing, stretching a little bit, but Steph is always shooting 3/4 court, half court shots, and he makes them like they're layups. So I think, again, to answer your question, I think I saw it originally as an opponent, but it just kind of all made sense when I got to see him work day to day, because he works his ass off on his craft. And, you know, as your team does. And I think what's kind of made you guys so successful is, you know, we grew up watching basketball, and you grew up watching the Lakers and the Bulls and the Celtics, and all these teams always kept their core together. This new basketball, the stars, the cores are always leaving. You guys some way, and even though you went through a down point, you guys were able to keep your core together now. And that's why now when you're healthy, when Steph is healthy, Clay is on the verge of getting healthy, Iggy is back, your guys' core is so strong. Plus, Coach Kerr, now you added young talent around you guys. So I've always tell people when I speak on ESPN or when I'm speaking, I'm like, just watch this Warrior team once they get healthy because they've been able to keep their core together. And obviously, Steph is the star and he gets all the credit as he should. But again, I think that core unit is the reason why you guys are in championship contention again and will be in championship contention for the next 2, 3, 4 years as you guys run with a leader and a scorer like Steph. But again, I want to give you your kudos too, bro, because people don't understand, again, playing against you and then playing with you. I see the shit you have to do on a day-to-day basis, and I see the way you conduct yourself on and off the court. And I really felt like that franchise has embodied your hard work, blue-collar mentality and have made it into a dynasty. And again, you guys are on the verge of, I feel like you guys are on the verge of something special again. And I think I just want to say, I think Jordan Poole is a cold motherfucker, man. Ooh, tell him I don't know him, but I like, he is someone who has been able to take advantage of, unfortunately, Clay being hurt and coming around basketball minds like yourself and everyone else who's there. So I'm happy for you. Obviously, I know this interview was for me, but because we hadn't got a chance to talk, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that, man. I'm still rooting for you guys. I love what you guys have been able to do, man. And still, man, over here cheering for y'all.